Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today.
UTASH shuts things down once again. 25-19.
Faithful empty backfield. Lewis brings down the high snap. Now he's firing, looking for Smith. One-on-one, and George makes the catch. The transfer from Robertson hauls it in for the Matadors touchdown.
Pruitt puts it across. Ava Ashley. Ashley puts it down. Game 4 goes to Albuquerque High, 25-12. We'll take a quick break.
And AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Man, I got to remember Jeff Kenny Thomas sits here every time. I mean, these things, every time I put these things on there, turned all the way up. My ears are going to go. Morning. Happy Thursday. I'll talk to Kenny about that. Adjusting. I got to adjust. I'll turn it up for him on the way out. How about that? Make him feel at home. What's happening, boys and girls? Happy Thursday. Thanks for finding the opening drive on 95.9 FM. An AM 670 Sports Animal on Thursday, where we get started with the NFL week. Big NBA night last night, going into a gigantic local sports weekend with high school playoffs. A big Lobo game. The Aggies go to Tennessee, and, of course, Lobos and Aggies in basketball, both on the men and women's side this weekend. We say good morning, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
Good morning.
Sorry about I'm a little man, I'm fighting to stay off the IR right now. I'm paying for some stuff right now. But pardon my voice. Maybe I should just do Smooth Jazz on sports radio.
Welcome back.
At the Thursday morning. Smooth Jazz. All right, so we got a lot to do. We're going to get into a really, really interesting night in the NBA. I'm not big on Thursdays during football season, spending a ton of time in the NBA, but we will do some NBA today. University of New Mexico wasted little time in naming a new women's soccer coach. The ladies were winners yesterday. They almost put up a hundo. And so we'll get to all of that. I want to start in the NFL today, and the defending champions are the Philadelphia Eagles. And the defending champions have been winning. The defending champions have, I believe, the best record, or at least tied for the best record in the NFC. I just want to double check. It's 7-4. They're winning. They're leading their division by 3.5 games. But the defending champions are not happy with the way the defending champions are playing, or at least one of the defending champions is not. This week on a Twitch stream, A.J. Brown, their best wide receiver, said, if you got me on fantasy, man, get rid of me. Wednesday, he didn't decline. In fact, he kind of doubled down, right? Quote, after the game, I said all the right answers, and y'all still made it a story. in that moment where I'm just talking to my friend, having fun with my friend, I'm not apologizing for that. You have eyes, you can see that. And so it's not like I was throwing anybody under the bus. I'm literally trying to laugh and throw this bleep. This bleep is tough. I'm trying to make fun of the situation, trying to get through it. End quote. Bottom line is, he's not getting the ball enough. Now, there's a number of levels to this, JJ. I believe he's right. It's amazing to me. They scored 10 points and they won the other night. A.J. Brown's got 408 receiving yards this season, the fewest in any 8-game span that he's played since 2019. He's a really good receiver. They're winning. When they won the Super Bowl, A.J. Brown wasn't happy because they didn't win enough. And I think that's the base to this conversation. Right? The base is when they came out and won rings, and he was, but I didn't get the ball. There's truth to what he's saying. Is it sustainable that they're going to continue to win at the level at which they want to win, playing the way they're playing, not utilizing him, they're not throwing the ball, not scoring a lot of points, leaning on their defense? Or is this just a diva, disgruntled wide receiver causing a whole lot of problems to get him out of it?
For a lot of people, it leans more diva because of everything that you've said before you get to that final point, where you're discussing, hey, we need to be better offensively. We have to be more explosive. We have to take some of the pressure off the defense. But as you said, it goes back to the Super Bowl and him just not feeling good about being a champion. And all these guys want to make an impact. Every skill player wants to eat. That's part of it, having that confidence and wanting to be a difference maker. But this is just something that's simmering. That's why I talked earlier. I'm like, it's time to move on from A.J. Brown. And Philadelphia said, hey, they're not in the business of trading good players. They're in the business of acquiring good players, which is what they do. But at some point, A.J. Brown, he's just going to keep talking, keep not being happy, keep pointing fingers at everyone else, and then coming back around and saying, well, this is just all about we need to be better offensively. I can understand you're frustrated. But you open this door all the time, man. You open this door.
So he continued with this quote: we can't just keep slapping a Band-Aid over the defense doing their job and getting us out of trouble. At what point are we going to pick up our slack as an offense that we say we're so great? And that's what I'm getting at. It's not about, I don't care about winning. All I care about is stats. No, it's been week after week sometimes. We're not contributing. We're not doing our job on offense. End quote. There's also a part in there where he says, I want to win. I want to contribute. Look, there's some truth in what he's saying. And there is. He says, that's what I'm getting at. It's not about I don't care about winning. All I care about is stats. No, it's been week after week. Sometimes we're not doing our job. You can't keep slapping a Band-Aid over that and expect to win late in the year and think you're going to go out at the end of the year. It's not going to bleep and happen. Basically, what he thinks he's doing is sounding it along. Saying, look, if nobody else wants to talk about this bleep, I will. This isn't sustainable. We can't win like this. Get me the damn ball. Now, he's saying it differently. I don't know if he's saying it much more eloquently than that. Right? But he's saying it somewhat differently. You know, when Keyshawn said, give me the damn ball, everybody laughed. Right? When he was with the Jets. Then he went to Tampa Bay, they gave him the damn ball, they won a Super Bowl. This is a guy who I think we all agree is a borderline elite receiver. Really good receiver. Difference maker, certainly. Right? I mean, how do
yes, you... that's a fair way to put it.
Okay? If you utilize him, I mean, I don't know, is that guy happier going to... I don't know, Tennessee, and so Cam Ward can throw him the ball 15 times a game and they lose, or going to Cleveland and
man, go back to Tennessee.
Right? And where he came from. But I listen to everybody rip on him, and look, I don't think ever the way to handle your team's problem is to go to the media and tell them what your problems are. That doesn't work. And obviously it's causing problems within the locker room because Nick Sirianni had to come out and talk about it. Basically have, without saying shut up, said shut up. They're 7-2. And so when you come out and you have these problems when you're 3-4, it resonates, it sounds somewhat different than when you're 7-2. But the difference here is they're 7-2, but yet everybody kind of sees there's validity to what he's saying, dude. There's something, he's right. Because at 7-2 and defending champions, you would say, damn, dude, the Eagles are the favorites. The Eagles are ripping through this thing. The Eagles are it, but they scored 10 points in their win last week. Okay, so they beat the Giants, they beat the Vikings. They lost to the Giants and Broncos 2 weeks before that. But I don't know, man. I look at their offense this year, 24-20, 33-31, 17-17, 28-38. They had a bad week. I'm going to lean to this comes off as a diva receiver who isn't getting his. Now, he's getting paid, but he's not getting his number. However, and there's a but here, there is some legitimacy in what he's saying. Now, they got the Lions, and the Cowboys, Bears, Chargers, and they're going to get some tests coming up. Do you think it's sustainable the way they're playing? Do they win another Super Bowl? The way their offense goes?
No, they think the offense to be better. That second part from A.J. Brown's a good comment. But it's a comment that come after the fact of a lot of perceived just whining and sulking coming off a Super Bowl win.
And that's it, man. It's the contest. It is. All right, Eagle. I know there's a lot of Eagle fans out there, and football fans overall. I mean, you'd love this problem, wouldn't you, Dallas? Wouldn't you if you were the Raiders? Wouldn't you love this problem? It's an interesting one, but it's a really good player, and they got a situation, man. And they got to squelch it. Because A.J. Brown's basically saying, man, I ain't shutting up. Give me the damn ball. I'm not shutting up. All right, ton to do today. 8:30 this morning. Jerry Palm's going to be with us from Palm Brackets. Take a look as we go down to the last few weeks of college football. We will go through the national landscape with Jerry Palm. Always enjoy that conversation. 9 o'clock this morning, Chris Howell is going to join us, the Lobo guard. He had a career-high tying 15 points in the win over UC Riverside 2 nights ago. Lobos are going to go down to Las Cruces and play the Aggies on Saturday, so we'll get his thoughts on that. Talked to him a little bit on the post-game show, but I think you'll be interested in what he has to say. Tomorrow, 8:30, we'll get the Aggies side of this rivalry. Jason Hooten is their head coach, and he's going to join us at 8:30 tomorrow morning, so we'll get to the Aggies side where they are and where he feels his team is, and it's going to be like everybody else you play. Well, a lot of new guys on this team because it's college basketball and it's 2025, and that's just the way it is. You're the same way, right? I mean, every time you do a game, you look at the game notes and 12 new players, 9 newcomers on this team. Everything's every time.
Especially the first couple weeks, there's not even a lot of film on it yet. So even the eye test, which I'm all about, and I preach, you're still unsure of some of the things of what it's going to be because the competition early on in the season. It's drastically different.
Now you got that last night, yesterday afternoon. Ladies won 99-65 yesterday.
Yes.
They couldn't score 100.
Got a little sloppy in the fourth quarter.
They were up 37-12 after one, 65-25 at one point, up by 40. Privateers obviously weren't very good.
Good field trip day opponent.
All right, how was the crowd?
The kids enjoyed it.
Yeah. What they announced? You see?
Look at the notes.
I'm looking for it too. I don't see it either.
It's fun. I know there's some people like we got it, and people obviously you have lives, but they're like, oh, I can't come to this. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm like, okay, guess what? There's probably a few kids that might be the only game they get to go to all year. So what's the trade-off? Like, chill out. You missed the game against.
Are there really season ticket holders who are upset about it?
There were some.
Really? What like?
It's like the trade-off is, guess what? Some of those kids might not get to go to athletics a lot. Maybe that's their opportunity to go to a game and enjoy the moment. And they were screaming and having fun and eating their lunches. Yeah. Let them have a day.
Yeah. All right, next up for the Lobos, they'll go see the Aggies. The Aggies are 1-1. They lost to USC, who's ranked 18th in the country, 87-48. And then they beat Highlands 78-61. That'll be 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and you'll be able to hear it right here on These Sports Animals. JJ heads down there and faces a Jody Adams team, and Jody's teams are usually pretty good, and certainly against the Lobos, Jody's teams are pretty
Swept them
good.
last year. Only one meeting this year.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Let's go. I want to hear from you today. We got a lot to do. We're going to get through an interesting NBA day, really interesting NBA day, actually. I got NFL news all over the place. We get the Jets and the Patriots tonight. When we come back, Lobo football is getting a key cog back on defense. Captain that they haven't had since the Michigan game. We'll get into that, what that may mean. It's the opening drive. He is J.J. Buck, and I'm Jeff Symbieta. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Hey, if you're getting engaged, or if you're looking for jewelry, there really is only one spot to go. I got a great jeweler. I didn't know I wanted a jeweler, but I've got the best jeweler in town, and there's no doubt about it. It's the best jewelry store I've ever been into, and you're going to understand it the second you walk into John Thomas Jewelers. You got to go out of the way a little bit to go find them. You're not going to stumble across it in the mall. That's not what this is all about. But if you're getting engaged, there's only one place, because you don't know that she's going to love that ring. You don't. You think she is. I mean, she likes this style and that. John Thomas Jewelers has over 3,000 men's and women's bridal sets right now for you to go look at, try. But if you don't like it, you can design a ring there, and they will create it in their state-of-the-art design center right on premise. You'll see it in 3D. You'll preview it in 3D printed wax before it's made in precious metals. But if she wants something different, she's like, yeah, I love you, but I don't really love the ring. If she wants something different, you get an entire year to redesign that ring after you propose. There's no penalty, not even a custom-made ring. All of their rings come with a lifetime nationwide warranty. They're diamonds. You can't find anything better. They're hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. This is the no-regrets engagement ring, and it is exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. Third floor, Lewis University building. They're on Louisiana, one block south of Manal, right across the Coronado Center. Go by, see why they've been voted the best jewelry store in Albuquerque 5 straight years. Voted one of America's coolest jewelry stores, and why they are my jewelry store. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
What's up, guys?
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
And the Patriots on Thursday Night Football, National Football League coverage on the Sports Channel, brought to you by Hyenas Comedy Nightclub, now open in Albuquerque, featuring Al Jackson, Derek Cahill, Michael Longfellow, and Chris Franhola. Get your tickets before they sell out. They're conveniently located in Winrock Town Center. Visit hyenascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque for more information. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. We encourage you to get involved today at 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ, Austin Brawley's going to be back. Lobo starting safety captain went out with a broken foot against Michigan in the first game of the year. Interesting one here, too. Now, what do? You could play 4 games and redshirt. If he plays all 3 in the bowl game, he would play 5 and burn the year. Do you sit him 1? Do you? What do you think?
I don't think the bowl game doesn't count.
The bowl game does not count?
Yeah, that's why he's back.
I did not know that. Okay, so that's great news. This is something that just makes them a lot better, I believe, on the back end.
Yes, it's positive. It's a player that they really trust. Vince Nowinski believes in. And you look at who stepped up into that role. C.J. McBean, the freshman's been very good.
Yep.
And you don't want to then all of a sudden take him off the field a lot, but it gets into that rotation of kind of what can you do with the safeties. McBean, can he do something else because they're down at the cornerback? It doesn't look like Abe Williams is going to be on the field anytime soon. So you need depth in the back end and just guys that can do a little bit of different things. So I'm interested to see kind of what C.J. McBean is able to do in his role. Maybe does he see some time in the slot? But their coverages, they're versatile. They do play a lot of zones, so it gives an opportunity to get those guys on the field.
Yeah, I don't think McBean is taken off the field, and I think you can do a rotation. I think you can ease Brawley back in. I think you can do a lot of different things, and you're more familiar with the versatility than I am. But when you're getting guys back in mid-November as opposed to losing them, right, that's a big advantage. Usually this time of year, another guy goes down, another guy goes down, another guy goes down. You're getting dudes back. I mean, every time we talk to Tony Sanchez at New Mexico State, he talks about Tyler Martinez out the year, right? I mean, they lost their best defensive player. They'd love to get him back. I don't know if Brawley's your best defensive player. I would argue that probably is Jackson Eck. I don't know how you feel about that.
But he's their most important defensive player.
Well, I mean, the guy is, 4th in the nation in tackles right now or whatever he is, too?
The DC on the field that is able to check into everything that you want to do.
Yeah. But getting a guy like this is just actually, it reminded me of something I was thinking the other day. Does Jackson Eck remind you of anybody? Any Lobo that's been here in the past? There were 2 names that popped into my mind, and I was wondering if you thought the same.
I think I do.
Who do they remind you of? Who does he remind you of?
Well, I know, is one of them Carmen Messina?
One of them Carmen Messina. The other one's Dakota Cox.
Dakota Cox, yeah.
Right?
The tackle machine.
Just tackle machines that were at the ball all the time. I don't know if Jackson's a little bigger than them. I think he might be. but playing that middle linebacker spot, guys who were up on the national list in tackles made and just were at the ball seemingly every play. If I'm not mistaken, Carmen Messina led the nation in tackles for 1 year, didn't he?
I believe he did.
Right? I don't know. You watch it a little more intimately than I, but as I watched Lobo games, I'm like, remember, it stood out to me at the Michigan game, but as I watched it more, I'm like, dude, it looks like those, Carmen Messina, Dakota Cox were just everywhere, and it feels like Jackson Eckman.
You're right on, and he is just a football player. And what do you mean by that? It's not something that you measure by, a 40-yard dash or how high you jump. It's when the pad's on, going side to side.
Right.
He'll be where he needs to be.
Yeah, and he's going to make the right play, and he's going to make the play. Did you see? Do you know John Canzano is?
Yes.
Covers the Pac-12. He's got what is the bald-faced truth? What do you call it? Yeah, I think that's what he calls his
bald-headed truth.
Is that what he calls bald-headed truth? I think it's what he calls it.
That should be your podcast.
I mean, fine. That's his though. Is his the bald-faced truth? Or the bald-headed truth? I think that's his. I think that's what he calls his podcast. Yeah, I watched.
Not bad.
He had Eck on yesterday, or I don't know, this week. I watched it last night.
Oh, he did.
I just stumbled across it while I was scrolling last night. And he had Jason Eck on. This is a big Pac-12 guy, Canzano. Like. Yes. I think he's a Bay Area guy. Is that where he's based out of? If I'm not mistaken, somewhere on the West Coast.
He's like, Coach Eck, you gonna come coach Oregon State?
Well, there was a little of what's going to keep you there, why there, and just this astonishment that New Mexico is winning, and Eck was talking about how I haven't passed up one interview, one public speaking thing, and to build this thing, and so he took that one as well, and I don't blame him. It's a good outlet for him, but of course that's where a lot of this was focused on, where you're going to go. And I got to believe Eck is just tired of, and that's why I don't ask him it every week when he's on the line. I don't know what you guys talked about on Monday, but
we kind of, the conversation I had with Coach Eck this week was a little bit about just how the team got to this position, the development of the skill groups, how confident he is down the stretch run, because that's what you're able to do. You get to this point, you look at, if they win out, that's a team that has the potential to play in a Mountain West championship.
That's correct,
man. That's what's in front of this football team.
Yeah, yep, that is correct. On this podcast, it because it's a guy not in the market who thinks he's some national great guy. He was getting into the whole thing, and his take was, it's a no-brainer to stay here at New Mexico unless it's a no-brainer Power 4 job. Right? And I don't know what a no-brainer Power 4 job. I was talking to someone yesterday about an Oklahoma State job, and I saw Eck's name up for that job. And I don't know if that's right, because you're going to be trailing in resources. And he made a point yesterday on this podcast that one of the things that was really attractive, and he mentioned three things. We mentioned leadership, and he got into history a little bit, but he talked about going into the new Mountain West. And I really appreciate looking at it as a positive, right? And nothing against Richard Pitino, but Richard made it pretty clear one of the main reasons he wanted to get out was he didn't like the way the new Mountain West was looking, right? You're losing a lot of the competition. It's going to be harder to get to the NCAA tournament. And I respect that. Eck's looking at it as a positive, or at least saying so, and I believe him because there's no reason to not. But he said on this podcast that if you look at where we're going to be next year, we're going to be in the top half, maybe in the top third or top quarter when it comes to NIL, to come to resources in our league. And thus, he believes that New Mexico should and will compete for a championship in football on a yearly basis. Now, that hasn't been a conversation about New Mexico in a long time. He said, where we are now, we're in the middle to maybe the lower half. And he's right. But I thought it was really interesting. And so for those of you who are worried every day, I think there is a sentiment. Look, when the Power 4 comes, whomever it happens to be, and it's got to be the right job, because I don't know that Oklahoma State's the right job. Do you?
Not necessarily.
I mean, they'll pay if that's all you're looking for, but I think you got to look down the line. Where can I be successful? Be able to sustain my pay, right? Oklahoma State's going to be at the bottom with T. Boone Pickens no longer, there, and that family not giving money. They're not going to be high on resources. So, I don't know. What did you think of the way Eck looks at it and says, the new Mountain West, we're going to be near the top of the league in resources, and we're going to have a chance to compete, and that's why one of the things I really like about it.
I think it's a easier spin in football than it is for basketball. I think both coaches were looking at it in a fair perspective of, Pitino, the expectations, trying to get in the NCAA tournament, be a part of a multi-bid league versus really trying to establish and build something football-wise. So I think both coaches are right in their answers about it.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. Because they're not the same. And the goal is not the same. The Mountain, in football now, do you have a shot as the Mountain West champion, as a group of 6 champion, then to get to the playoff? Like does New Mexico have a shot in the next 3 years? Let's just say X here, and they go 11-1, one year. They lose to whatever their pay game is. They beat, good power, whatever, and they go 11-1. They're in contention to pay. I can't put it in a bubble, but they are in the conversation, right? We're talking about James Madison right now. If the American Conference champion has 3 losses, James Madison out of the Sun Belt sitting there potentially at 11-1, they could be in the playoffs. Why not New Mexico? And that's what he was saying on that podcast. Anyway, just another perspective on a conversation that we've been having quite a bit. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. We come back. The Cowboys honor one of their fallen teammates, how they did that, what they did that, and how they move forward, but not move on. We'll do that when we come back. Got an event to plan? You're going to host an event, a holiday party? Maybe it's a meeting, a gathering, an expo, a conference, a celebration. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center. That should be your venue. Their team, their service, their catering go above and beyond expectations. I know you've been to events at the Albuquerque Convention Center. I know you had a great time. They do a wonderful job. I was at an event there about 3 weeks ago. Great food, easy in, easy out. Parking was perfect because the parking lot's adjacent, right off of Martin Luther King. Easy in, easy out. It was wonderful. In fact, we host our team there every year for Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Why do we do that? Because they take care of our guests the way we need our guests taken care of. Versatile spaces will meet every need. It's more than a venue, or more than a place. It's a venue. It's an experience. It is stunning. Nestled in downtown Albuquerque, the perfect location to make your event unforgettable. You got something coming up? Go to albuquerquecc.com, look around, get all your information, and then give them a call at 505-768-4575, area code 505-768-4575. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center. Be at the center of it all.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
524-60610. Emails are coming in this morning as they do every day. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Adrian's producing on ProView Networks. You can watch us on TV on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. It's on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, and on the ProView Networks YouTube channel. JJ, Marshawn Nealon died of an apparent, I say apparent, it was self-inflicted gunshot last week. It was during the bye week for the Cowboys, so they returned to the Star, their practice facility, yesterday for the first time. Since this all went down, they held a candlelight vigil inside the Ford Center on Tuesday night. Jerry Jones and head coach Marty Schottenheimer, Catalina Mancera, who was Nealon's girlfriend, shared eulogies. And Schottenheimer met with the media for the first time since Nealon's death. They revealed that Mancera is pregnant, so this child will never know its father, which is tragic. Schottenheimer, quote, "My heart is heavy. Our team's heart is heavy. We don't move on, but we do move forward." Look, there's no script for this, man. There's no script. Feel your way through this. Be compassionate. Be caring. Be loving. Be hugging. And be sensitive and be professional. And I tell people all the time, man. I learned this at a really young age. There is no right way to grieve other than your way to grieve. You do it in your time, not on somebody else's timeline. You know, people say, "Are you over it yet?" What does that mean? For those who are really close to this young man, I think it's going to take longer. Some were just, in the locker room. But I don't know. I listened to Jerry Jones. I'll read you some of that. But your thoughts on the way you handle this and move forward. I mean, there is no right way, right?
There is no right way. The right way is how you're able to deal with it, what you need around you, who you want to reach out to or not. Hopefully you have that good support around you to help you in these situations. And the way you laid it out is correct. Like, it's one where you it's for the family and the future of that family, all the things they're going through, and then just the teammate aspect of it, and the camaraderie that you do have in a locker room. I think the way that you were able to do this is the support, and I absolutely do think that not just the Cowboys, but his teammates are going to support that family moving forward, and try to present the best atmosphere you can in the future for that future little one.
Yeah, and then there's that piece to it, right? You threw in a whole dynamic to this yesterday. Jerry Jones quote: "I think we all have unfettered feelings about the people we love, people we work with, and this is just time where you acknowledge that there's no answers. It makes you want to live life to the fullest. It makes you want to look for the very best in what we have for each other. In some ways, make sense of these times in terms of what they can mean from helping those that are here on Earth right now. All those things are very natural, come to mind, but his death is such a national awareness thing that it takes on some of the light when we think about how we go forward. Of course, the saddest thing for someone like me is Jerry Jones. Is the fact that he was only 24 years old. Think about all the time we're going to miss him, and he's going to be missed by the people around him. He's just getting started. That's the most sensible thing I've heard Jerry Jones say, and I can't tell you how long. Yeah. He said, from the standpoint of the team and going back to work, there's no doubt in my mind they will do so in the memory of what he's all about. He was very unique in his zest for life, and he was very unique in his passion for the game." End quote. And no more details on the helmet. This was a young man who was in the end zone celebrating a touchdown 2 days prior to taking his own life. So they're back at work, and but the tragedy is I mean, it's something else. All right, couple NFL injury notes. Joe Burrow's been practicing this week, JJ.
Very interesting for the Bengals.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
He's targeting Thanksgiving for his return against Baltimore.
Thanksgiving Day. Okay. I mean, interesting. Garrett Wilson today out for the Jets. I'm looking down. The Giants are going to start Jameis, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. The Ravens are still dealing with a little injury with Lamar. He's listed as questionable with a knee. I think this time of year, everybody's questionable midweek. Doesn't that feel that way?
You get a lot of that midweek. Wednesday, it's Thursday. If there's a DMP, that's when you get a little worried. If you're on the practice report with not participating.
Yeah. Broncos play the Chiefs this week. Isaiah Pacheco was the only Chief to not practice yesterday. The Broncos still missing Patrick Surtain, Alex Singleton. I mean, they got a lot of, who knows. Trent Sherfield, Dobbins is banged up a bit. Dobbins go? He didn't know he had a foot injury.
Yeah, it looks like Dobbins is on the very questionable side for the game against Kansas City.
That makes R.J. Harvey really, really yummy.
Opportunity.
If Dobbins doesn't play, I know we don't do this till tomorrow. No, we do this today at 9 o'clock.
Today, 9 o'clock.
After Chris Howell, we do it at 9:30
because Chris Howell's taking him. See if he plays Fantasy.
Yeah, we'll ask him. I'll bet he does. He doesn't play golf. I know that. He's with Torrey Pine. Went to Torrey Pines High School. Doesn't play golf. I've asked him that. I mean, I don't know why it stunned me. It just did. I just figured it was inherent. You go to Torrey Pines High, you got to play Torrey Pines, right? No. What was I asking you? Oh, if Dobbins is out, Harvey or DJ Swift? DJ Swift was questionable yesterday too. He sits out every Wednesday.
He doesn't practice on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
That's a good question, and you got to stay tuned for the answer.
But what if I got a meeting, man? I got a big business meeting. People have work. We can't have day games, JJ. What do we?
That's what the podcast is for.
That's 100%. All right, 505-246-0610. Chris Howell, Lobo Guard, Going to be with us coming up at 9 o'clock. Jerry Palm at 8:30. Two Dudes, Too Many Teams. Coming up about 9:30. You want to push it to 9:30 this morning?
Sounds good.
All right. What do you got going on your prize picks today? You can download, and I'm looking at Drake May. It's so easy, and it's so fun. Prize picks is fun. Prize picks is going to help you in the holiday season. As you watch the games, best time of year, right? Bowl games, basketball, football, all kinds of playoff pushes. It's all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, what games to watch, we can also make decisions on more or less on Breece Hall and Drake May tonight. There's one place where it feels good to be right, and that is Prize Picks. Download the app. I've been playing ever since. I've been picking more on players. I picked more on Jamar Chase a couple times. Didn't let me down. They traded for Joe Flacco. He's been big. Be sure to check if Prize Picks is available today, and I know it is. I got Drake May tonight. 237.5 passing yards. You want more or less. Breece Hall, 57.5 passing yards. You want more or less. And you can mix it up with some hoops. You can mix it up with some soccer. Cristiano Ronaldo at, Republic of Ireland tonight? I don't know anything about it. Should I go more or less on 5.5 shots? Tell me what I'll do. I'll do it. I don't care. Some guy named Morgan Geekie is out there at Ottawa tonight and playing hockey for Boston. See, you can mix it up on Prize Picks and have fun. All the sports are out there, and it's super, super fun. You can do stacks as well. What is a stack? You can play multiple sports in the same lineup. You can play one guy multiple times. So let's say Steph Curry. You want to go more on his points, his three-pointers, and assists. Or Patrick Mahomes. You can do them both. More. Stack. Same lineup. Only on Prize Picks. Have fun with this, man. And there's a new feature on this. Prize Picks has early payouts. So if your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Download the Prize Picks app. Enter code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Code KNML gets you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It is good to be right.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. New at Lowe's.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pet.
Serving every single play the way I can and playing the best football I can possibly play. Blah, thank you, quote, end quote, blah, blah, blah. I mean,
I'm just ready for the post-game press conference. Jameis Winston has become, because of his energy and the memorable quotes, he is the best average quarterback in the NFL.
Is he average now?
People love Jameis Winston. They just want to see him play because you know what he's going to do?
What?
He's going to throw the football down the field, baby. He's going to take shots.
2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
It makes it exciting. They'll sit there post-game and pray for redemption for those pick sixes, but he is not scared.
It's got to be a get-right game for the Packers. Right? Packers go to the Giants. Giants are 2-8. Packers just scored 7 points at home on Monday night. Got beat. They're going to play a team that has got they're a third-string quarterback. Let's call it what it is. He's their 3rd starting quarterback of the year. They just fired their damn coach. They are 2-8. They lost 4 in a row. 5 out of 6. They lost to the Bears 24-20 the other day. Fired Brian Dable. I mean, the Packers have – this has got to be get right, doesn't it? 7.5 is the number. I mean, if they walk out with a 2-point win, are they happy?
No.
Well, I mean,
gotta have a dub game.
But I mean, so you think it's got to be emphatic?
Kind of got to win game for the Packers.
Oh,
but
the 2 points is winning.
Well, yes. But the Packers in the situation the Eagles are right now. Just in terms of how does it look? How are you feeling about it? I trust the Eagles a lot more overall. They're looking at Matt LaFleur and this offense. Is it a Jordan Love issue? Is it there's a reason you have a bunch of wide receivers because you don't necessarily like one of them to rise above the rest?
Here's why the Packers aren't in the same situation. Their offenses are in the same situation as far as a little bit of stagnant. The Eagles are 3.5 games up in their division. The Packers are 5-3-1, and they are in third place.
But that doesn't slow down the noise or narrative.
No, it accelerates it.
Around either of these.
Probably right. Well, what's accelerating the narrative around the Eagles is the Eagles' wide receiver. I mean, the narrative.
The Packers aren't talking, but everyone else is talking about the Packers.
Right, because the Packers aren't talking. Right. I mean, no, and like, do you feel Matt LaFleur's in trouble?
I wasn't feeling that, but
I'm starting to.
All of a sudden, you're like, okay, like they went all in. They said this is the moment. Future first rounders, Michael Parsons in there. They trusted like that offense was going to be good and not an issue. And all of a sudden, you're like, hey, we're getting some really good defensive performances with nothing to show for it.
They got to run now, dude. I mean, if they don't win this game, and they slide 5-4-1 into this stretch run, at Lions, the Bears. And the Bears are like, don't underestimate the Bears. At the Broncos, at the Bears, the Ravens at that point. That's December. And then they close it in Minnesota. I mean, knock yourself out. You better win this week. I don't even think it's a kind of got to win game. I think it's a must-win game.
Must win for the Green Bay Packers.
By the way, they're holding on to the final playoff spot. The final play, the Green Bay Packers, who after week 1, they're going to the Super Bowl. You see that defense, and Jordan Love is back, and Matt LaFleur's a genius, and they're going. That's the NFC. They're going to the Super Bowl. Okay.
I'll get on board with it. Must-win game for the Packers.
Yeah, I don't even think it's kind of got to win game. I think it's a must-win game for the Packers. Because if they go to 5-4-1 while everybody else is winning, either Seahawks or Rams are going to win. I mean, they may sneak in the back door somewhere. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck, Jerry Palm at 8:30. Global guard Chris Howell at 9 here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Stand the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Thursdays turn into a great football, baseball, basketball. It's just a sports day. We're at it. It's opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Football tonight here on the Sports Animal. Jets and New England Patriots. Yesterday, JJ had Lobo women's basketball against the UNO private tiers, not Musket tiers. They played New Orleans 99-65 in a absolute demolition. Big win for Mike Bradbury and the ladies, huh?
Yes.
I mean, when was the
talking about lunches in the second half.
Is that what you're
peanut
talking
butter and
about?
jelly guy.
Are you?
Love that all day, every day.
Really?
Especially like picnic.
Do you do Crustables, like the Uncrustables? You know, have you tried them?
No. I just like give me 2 pieces of bread, make it. Let's go.
That's kind of what that is.
It doesn't taste the same to me.
Really? What flavor jelly?
Yeah, I'm open for anything. Raspberry, strawberry, grape. Like I'm good with them all.
I like the grape jelly. Yeah. Peanut butter jelly is a good one. So JJ have that, and then we're all going to get to go down to Cruces.
Yeah,
everybody go down to Cruces.
Want to have breakfast Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to stay. Lobo men's basketball will be in Las Cruces to play the Aggies on Saturday. I will have that with Hunter Green over on News Radio KKOB on Saturday night, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock, Lobos and Aggies. JJ hits the air 1:30 on Sunday afternoon for a 2 o'clock tip. The Lobo women against the Aggies. JJ will have Lobo football over on News Radio KKOB with Ned James. It'll be a 12 o'clock pregame, 1 o'clock kickoff, New Mexico and Colorado State. So we got a big weekend around here. Of course, we got high school football playoffs going on. We'll have Volcano Vista and Cleveland for you here on the Sports Animal.
What a matchup.
Right? Is that big? Who's doing that? You doing that one too?
I am not. I handed the baton off on this one. But you guys, great opportunity to have some fun. Awesome game. And a little surprised too, seeing what happened with Rio Rancho last week, but then knowing that they had to play an 8th grader at quarterback, so that's always a challenge.
What was the result? I was out of town last Friday.
Got knocked off. So we're on board with Cleveland as far as they go.
Yeah, until it ends. All right. Jeremy sent me a JJ Buck Get Off My Rocks at Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. Jeff, if you're a lost driver, pull the bleep over. Don't stop in the middle of the road. Don't drive 15 miles an hour holding up everyone else behind you. Fair? Random. fair.
Yes, just move, get out the way.
Get the hell out of the way.
Unsafe conditions, too, when you're one of the ridiculously slow drivers.
Yep. Yes, because that's more dangerous. All right, Harold's in. Jeff, the opening drive has discussed for years the insane success the Lady Lobos have against Air Force. For level volleyball, their biatch is Nevada. Every time they've needed a get-well game, going back to the Jeff Nelson days, it seems there was the pack on the schedule. Nevada did nothing to change the narrative a couple weeks ago in Johnson Gym following 3 quick sets. There's no reason to believe the story won't change tonight at Steve Albert's place. Thank you, Harold. Harold loves him some volleyball. It's good. Hey, on that note, what did you make of, and this is kind of your beat, so when Heather Dyke announced last week that she was leaving as the head soccer coach at the University of New Mexico, where she'd been, I believe, for 11 years, to go to USA Soccer, I wondered where they were going to go and how they do this. And there's part of me that says, oh, boy, right, they're in trouble. She's as good as they're ever going to get. And that may still be true. I've watched 2 really successful programs at UNM over the last 3-ish years lose long-time fantastic coaches. When Glenn Milliken left UNM men's golf to go to Missouri, when Coach Henry left, or Coach Franklin left to go to Joe Franklin left to go to Louisville for the track and cross country. And they've both been replaced with obviously really, really good coaches who have kept that thing going. Yesterday, that they named Carly Nelson, who has been the associate head coach for UNM, as the program's 5th head coach. And so they're staying in-house on this. You know her much better than I. I'm really interested in hearing what you thought about this.
I think given the transition that this team will face with the new conference, which is a trickle-down affecting every program next year, that this was a right move. Carly Nelson has been very instrumental in the recruiting process. Some of the best players on the team over the last few years. Look at the Anderson sisters. Carly Nelson was one of the most instrumental figures in getting them to commit to the University of New Mexico from San Diego. She's a good recruiter, has her hands in a lot of what Lobo Soccer has done, been there alongside Heather Dyke. And I think when you look at the changes that are coming for this program and in the conference, the level of support that they have, which is not going to change much. Like, this is what you have to work with. Go. I think Fernando Lobo did make the right decision in keeping some consistency within that program, given what's coming.
You know, I got a thought, and this is certainly not exact, right? There's the track record isn't 100%. But when programs make changes because you're not winning, when the coach gets fired, I always think, all right, it's time. You know, you got to go outside. You got to do something different. When a coach gets plucked or moves on to move up, when Alford left for UCLA, and the program was doing well, I think it's worth looking inward. And is there someone ready to step up and take that chair, move over the, you know, that's 11 inches moving over 1 seat, and that was the Craig Neal hire. And I hear you, and you don't have to push Sam. But I will go to my deathbed thinking that was the right hire. It just didn't work out. I said at the time they should hire Noodles. I believed he was ready. The first year, they won. They won a conference championship. They won the NCAA tournament. Obviously, I understand what happened after that, and I got a lot of thoughts on that, and I've shared a lot of thoughts on that. But I don't think it's an exact or a every time thing. This program feels like it's in a good place, right? And so it was time to look inward and give someone a shot, and she's been here 11 years.
And of course, you know, Heather Dyke is one of the most experienced women's coaches there is. When you talk about licenses, that's a big thing in soccer. You have to have certain licenses to coach at different levels. And Heather Dyke is one of the most accomplished women in that sport overall to do multiple things at the national level. She leads programs teaching overseas. Like it's crazy. But then you look at Carly Nelson, and she has that experience. Like she's coached on the U.S. Women's national team, the youth level. Yeah. Like she's been in there. She's followed kind of Heather Dyke's footsteps, and that is a fantastic mentor to have in soccer. And with everything that's going on, again, you look at the expectations versus what you have versus what the Mountain West is going to look like next year. I do think this was the right decision for that program.
Yeah. All right, so that's a done deal. Carly Nelson is the new head coach for Global Women's Soccer, replaces Heather Dyke, who announced she was leaving last week to take over, the U23 team?
Yes, the head coach of the under-23 team, so a lot of players right there on the cusp of representing the United States on the biggest stage.
And Heather will be the head coach there, so that's good. All right, you can get in on that. Coming up, 8:30 this morning, Jerry Palm's going to be with us from Palm Brackets. We'll go through some of the national stuff, his thoughts on the movement at the top of the college football playoff standings that were announced two days ago. At 9 o'clock this morning, Global Basketball, Chris Howell will be with us. Talk to him about his career high tying 15 points in the win over UC Riverside 2 nights ago. Going to Las Cruces 2 nights from now. The next week that's coming up, going to Kansas City, and the competition will stiffen. So just his thoughts on the start of the season. I think you'll enjoy Chris Howell a lot. Super cerebral, well-spoken, bright young fella. And, by the way, pretty damn good basketball players. We'll talk to him coming up at 9 o'clock. And then we'll do two dudes. They're two idiots, too many teams at 9:30. You're welcome to get in this morning at 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimaladq.com and JJ at sportsanimaladq.com. When we come back, damn, a lot happened in the NBA last night. Steph went 46 up against Wemby's triple-double. Have that play out. A huge injury for the Clippers. A big injury for the Knicks. We'll go there. And the Mavericks is a mess. And evidently Mark Cuban was involved in that, so we'll go there as well. Hey, I got this beautiful, beautiful piece of furniture. And it's really a piece of art that is a piece of furniture. Mike Waring at Mustang Home Goods surprised me with it a couple months ago. It is this beautiful chair with the Isleta New Mexico Bowl logo carved into it. 3 different spots. People sit in my office and go, wow. I mean, it really is that cool. You can have beautiful art like this in your home. Go to MustangHomeGoods.com and schedule a consultation with Mike. Let him tell you your story in your home. This isn't just furniture. It is art, and it is beautiful. And it's not just for the office, and it doesn't have to have a logo on it. But if you think, gosh, I'd like to have mine on that, think about what will go on there. Talk to Mike about that. But it could be the office, the living room, the bedroom, the patio, the kitchen, wherever it is. You'll bounce around the website, you look at it, and you're going to want something like this. And it is really, really, really comfortable. You sit in the chair, and you realize it was made to fit you. You don't have to fit the chair. The chair fits you. Mike pours his heart for excellence and experience in the Navy. Now he pours it into designing custom furniture for people of almost all shapes and all sizes. I love it. If you're looking for that gift for that person who has everything impossible to buy for, here come the holidays. Get on this now, because it takes a minute for Mike to create this for you, okay? This isn't something you just go to Amazon and pops up tomorrow. Go to MustangHomeGoods.com, bounce around, look at the beautiful, beautiful art that is furniture on that website, and then schedule a consultation with Mike. 505-418-8070 is the number. 505-418-8070. It's Mustang Home Goods. Tell your story in your home.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Moving forward, the Mountain West is still working on its media rights deals moving forward. The Pac-12 today announced a third media partner, the new Pac-12. It's going to be USA Sports. So as part of a 5-year deal, USA Network is going to air 22 football games, 50 men's basketball games, and between 5 and 10 women's basketball games. USA is going to carry the men's basketball tournament. CBS gets their championship game. So Pac-12 now has deals with USA Network, CBS Sports, and the CW moving forward. It's actually, I mean, look, if you want to find games, they're going to be in 100% of the home. So CBS is going to air 3 men's regular season games on CBS over the air, plus the championship game. CBS Sports will air 17 men's regular season games. This is basketball. CW is going to air 15 women's games, 35 men's games, and the USA Network will air 50 men's regular season games. Pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good exposure for them. You don't like it?
I think it's fine.
I mean,
It comes down to
you can find them.
You can find them.
Everybody's got USA.
then-
I don't have CW, but
There
isn't that
was
nuts,
something
dude?
missing.
No, DirecTV doesn't have the local over-the-air CW because of their deal with whatever the ownership is. Channel 13, Fox, and CW, all that. Yeah, I don't think games on the CW.
Yeah, there's always something missing.
No, I think it's actually pretty good for them. I think it's actually really, really good. All right, NBA last night was nuts. Victor Wembanyama, 31 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. They lost. Steph Curry had 46. As the Warriors beat the Spurs 125-20. I'm not going to lie, man. I didn't catch any NBA last night. I was watching news, and I went to bed early because I was feeling like crud. But did you catch this game at all? Because that would be one to watch.
Wild. And it's, the Spurs just have everything. They just need to simmer a little bit longer. A little bit more out of Wembanyama. It's all right there. But, man, Steph Curry cooking like you always have.
Right. Nikola Jokic put up 55 for the Nuggets. Since when do the Clippers go orange? Clippers are on like an orange and blue floor. When did they change their colors to orange? There's like every team's got every color because they got 15 different uniforms. That's the biggest thing to me. Never mind the 55 points of Bradley Beal being done for the year.
Yeah, Bradley Beal out again.
All right, so that's it. So the Clippers got clipped by 55 by Jokic, and Bradley Beal's out for the year. I mean, that's huge, right? Just bet against the Clippers every night.
Yeah.
And then Jalen Brunson left on crutches last night. Left Madison Square Garden for the Knicks. So that's a big deal. Did you see the story that Mark Cuban, who now is a 27% owner of the Mavericks, he sold his majority share, but he's still involved, that he was in on the firing of Nico Harrison?
Now they want to do it.
Well, I think he wanted to do it the whole time. They finally listened to him. He was in with the majority owner. Because, I mean, people, what do you do with that team, dude? Like, honestly, what do you do there now? Do you trade Anthony Davis? Do you clean house? Do you get, I mean, they're what, 3-8 when they fired him? The Athletics reporting that there was a closed-door meeting and the team president was there, the GM was there, and Mark Cuban was there the day before it went down. Cuban wasn't looped in on the trade back in February. He got a call just before it was happening. He was pissed, like everybody was, because he was a big part in moving up in the draft to get Luka Doncic. He was a big part in building that team around Luka Doncic. Like, he was just pissed, like everybody was. Nico Harrison, like, what happens to him? Does he ever work a basketball again?
It's going to be a long time before ever he's the general manager again.
He won't be a GM, but like, Nico Harrison obviously worked his way up. I don't know much about Nico Harrison's back. Do you?
Yeah, like a shoe executive or something along those lines.
That sounds right to me. He was with Nike. I mean, I understand. And as you say, I understand it. People think you're justifying. I understand the mindset that where his mind went when he made the trade. He felt that they have gone as far as they can with Luka, that Luka didn't play defense, that Luka was doughy, that Luka, and he felt he could get a lot, and he felt that he did get a lot. The reality is, Luka is a superstar in this league. You don't trade superstars, and if you were going to trade him, you could have got a hell of a lot more. Right?
That is correct.
But do you understand the mindset?
Yeah, it's a one where I can see how Dallas got to that position and would convince themselves, hey, this is going to work, where you're going to switch it up, get a player that we can rely on defensively, that can still be an anchor in Anthony Davis. Kyrie Irving's going to be there. But again, all that happened before they realized that they lucked into Cooper Flag. Mm-hmm. And to me, I just look at that, and it's a mismanagement of not just the team, but from a franchise perspective that, all right, Dowie Doncic got you to the NBA Finals. Mm-hmm. And if you thought there was another level that player could get to, why could you not connect with him? Why did it take? And now some of it, do you look at Luka Doncic and was he just not receptive to anything? But I am trying over and over and over again, going, all right, Luka, how can we get you to look like that playing for us, as opposed to needing to trade you to the Lakers, and then you do your men's health center.
Yeah, because he looks different now.
Fred, like, just crazy transformation.
Yeah, no, it is nuts. Look, decisions have consequences, and when there's a reason people get paid a lot of money, because there's a lot riding on decisions people make, and when you get to that position, if it works, you get paid more money, and if it doesn't, you get paid no more money. You get fired, and I'm sure you got a nice buyout. And it doesn't matter in the NBA because they print money, right? But like I told my daughter when she called me the other day, she said, "Dad, it was 22 degrees on my way to class the other day. Wind chill made it 10, and it was like early November." I'm like, choices, babe.
I was wearing shorts at football practice yesterday.
Choices, right? Everything's got consequences. So. All right, we're going to make some choices. We're going to talk to Jerry Palm when we come back. We're going to look through last week in the college football world, the college football playoff rankings. Look ahead. Get you ready for some big ones. There's all kinds of stuff to get through here. Ohio State and Indiana, and Mike Locksley saying he's confident in his job status. I wonder what Jerry thinks about that. So we'll do that next with Jerry Palm from Palm Brackets. Who's watching your home when you're not there? Better be the good guys, because otherwise it's the bad guys. The good guys are IPS, International Protective Service. Affordable private security. They watch my home. They watch hundreds of homes and businesses all around Albuquerque and now in Santa Fe. They'll provide you standing guards if you would like eyes on your property around the clock. They will install alarms for if you'd like that. They've got camera systems, and then they have a state-of-the-art camera or facility monitoring those camera systems. 24 hours, 7 days a week. All of this raises the level of security around your home and around your business. I've trusted them for years. I love what they do. My neighbors feel more secure. I feel more secure. Who's watching your home when you're there? Who's watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys. A quick response to your alarm or standing guards at your business. It's what IPS does. You sleep better at night. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. it on ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come
Stadium. Colorado State will be in town, a Rams program who has beaten New Mexico 13 straight times. In fact, the last time the Lobos beat Colorado State was 2009. Mike Locksley was the head coach. That was one of his 2 victories at UNM. So that'll be over on News Radio KKOB. JJ will have that with Ned James. That'll be a noon pregame. Aggies are in Tennessee. They'll play in Knoxville against Tennessee. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck.
That's a nugget for sure for using pregame.
Did you not know that?
I would not have guessed that it was Michael Locksley.
Was the last Lobo coach to beat Colorado State. Yeah. Jerry Palm joins us. He, of course, has a great website at his Palm Brackets. He joins us every Thursday at this time. So good morning, Jerry Palm. How you living?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. Yeah, that would have come up. Mike Locksley, though, I was reading this morning. I mean, they start 4-0. He's 4-5. The AD was asked, "Is Mike Locksley safe at Maryland?" And he's like, "We'll evaluate that at the end of the year."
Yeah. That's probably not.
Yeah, there's a number of those. There's a whole lot of those. All right, college football playoff standings came out. Texas Tech beats BYU handily. They leapfrog over Ole Miss. That's kind of the debate. The top stays the same. You got any issues?
No, I considered it. I didn't predict it, but I thought that was possible, and I was considering making that prediction myself. So I don't think that there's much wrong with that. I thought, if anything, BYU was featured or treated a little too harshly for being on the wrong end of that score. They still had a pretty good season. It's one game, not a very good one, but on the road. So I don't know. They may get another shot at them when it's not at Lubbock, and then maybe we'll see a different result, or at least a more competitive one.
BYU drops down to 12. They're 8-1, but 12 doesn't get you in. Top 10,
10.
Yeah, 10 gets you in because the ACC champion most likely is getting in, and I say most likely. And then the Group of 5. On the Group of 5 thing, Memphis is there. They got at East Carolina, and they get Navy. And there's James Madison lurking out there. Are you still as totally convinced?
The schedule just isn't anywhere near good enough.
So,
in fact, that's really a problem for most of those teams. That their schedules aren't good enough because their league doesn't win much outside the league. So South Florida, though, is a notable exception. They've got a schedule strength around, I want to say 60 or so, but Memphis is like 120 something. James Madison is in the hundreds. I mean, those are just the kind of numbers that are hard to overcome, and it's why now South Florida is the lead team, of course, in the rankings this week at 24, I think. So they have to be considered the favorite for that spot. Certainly, if they win the American, they'll definitely get in. If they don't, and it's someone else, and I suppose it could open the door for someone like James Madison. But I still think it'll end up being whoever the American champ is.
What if it's Navy?
Assuming we don't get something weird happen, like a 3-loss champ.
Yeah, and that's the issue, right? That's where they're lurking. If I guess Navy couldn't have 3 losses at this point, but you could get a 3-loss champion as this thing plays out, and then where does it go? So, and then with San Diego State losing to Hawaii, that kind of takes them out of it as well. So
yeah, they were kind of in play. That was a tough loss for them in terms of trying to make the college football playoff anyway.
Jerry, how good is Texas A&M?
Well, good enough not to lose yet. They won at Notre Dame, so I think that this is a pretty good team. I think they need to be considered the favorite in the SEC. But you see Alabama and you see, Georgia, and they've got all that talent on those rosters, and you think, well, A&M can't possibly withstand that, and maybe that game will come around and they won't. Their schedule has been, in the league at least, relatively favorable. But, it's all relative, and they've got a lot of ranked teams in that league, so you're not avoiding all of them. We'll find out, I suppose, about A&M, but I think they're good enough to win the league. We'll just see if they can do it.
And you mentioned Alabama, and how about number 11 Oklahoma at number 4 Alabama on Saturday?
Yeah, well, it's hard to pick against Alabama, especially at home. Ty Simpson is getting a lot of attention for first-team All-America status this year. I think I might be more inclined to go with the Indiana quarterback, but he's having a fabulous year. So if he can continue to play well, and Alabama can run the ball, and their defense is their defense, Oklahoma's going to have an uphill climb to try and pull an upset there. That's a good team. Oklahoma's a good team, and especially defensive team.
Yeah, and then when they got Mateer back, they're a lot better. Jerry Palm from Palm Brackets is with us. You mentioned the Notre Dame. They're sitting at 9. They're sitting pretty. But they got a sneaky tough game. And Pittsburgh's still in the rankings, and it means a lot to a lot of people that Pittsburgh stays in the rankings. But they got to play Pitt this weekend. And, I mean, they have to win. It's on the road. This is a game that could trip them up. You don't think so?
I'm not buying Pitt.
Okay.
I'm just not buying Pitt. If they beat Notre Dame, even at home, yeah, sure, then I'm on board. But I just don't see Notre Dame losing to, any of their ACC opponents this year. It hasn't been a good year for the league. They're not getting the better of those opponents. I was surprised to see Pitt in the rankings because they really haven't beaten anybody noteworthy. So, but there they are. Now they've got a chance to beat somebody noteworthy, and we'll find out how good they are. But, Pitt's the team that's in the top 25 that I'm not really sure why it's in the top 25.
This is why I hate these 16, 18-team leagues, right? I mean, you got, and I think it's just such a detriment to the ACC. And I don't know where the ACC goes, right? Their champion is going to be somewhere ranked around something teen, right? 15 to 19. Right now, Miami's the highest ranked team in the CFP at 15, and I saw them in person.
And they're the 7th place team in the league,
right? And that's my point. Like that
that's
league.
Hilarious.
So the champion's going to get in, and so what do we do? Last year there was a chance that you were going to get 2 non-power champions in. It didn't happen that way. It's going to happen at some point, I think.
Could. I mean, especially if the ACC continues to struggle. Among those major conferences, they're really having a hard time keeping someone at the top of the rankings. And they had, teams this year that looked
Miami.
capable, but then they stubbed their toe to somebody they really shouldn't. And now the whole league is no better than middle of the top 25. And they've still got like 5 teams in the rankings, right? But they're all like 15 or lower, and it's just tough. They're not going to get a good seed. They'll be the 11th seed, whoever it is, this year, going into this tournament, and they're going to be a big underdog.
They're going to be on the road to Ole Miss. Yeah,
So,
they're going to have to go to something like Ole Miss. We have this conversation about group of whatever teams in basketball. Is it? But all of a sudden, I feel this way about the ACC. Is it better to have parity, strength, top to bottom or relative top to bottom, or have 1 or 2 dominant teams? And I look at the SEC and you say, well, that's parity. It's better to have parity. Yeah, but they're all going to get in, right?
Yeah, it's parity, but
it's different.
It's a league with 8 top 25 teams.
Right. So for the ACC,
if you can get that kind of parity, that's great.
But you can't. So for the ACC, do they need to have just a dominant Miami or dominant Florida State or dominant Louisville that's just so much better than the conference? But then the argument is, yeah, but who'd they beat?
Yeah, they need more than 2 teams fighting at the top of the league. You really need to have a competitive top of your league so that you're getting conference wins that matter. Because you never know what your non-conference schedule is going to give you unless you're putting together one of those made-for-TV games a week, in the off season before the current season, so you at least have a pretty good idea. But even then, you've had a Clemson LSU game that turned out neither team was good.
Yeah,
so,
which is crazy.
So you still never know what you're going to get. But this has been such a weird year, right? LSU and Clemson looks like a marquee matchup. They've got great players all over the field, and they can't win, not to the level that they should. You've got, Miami get off to a great start and tank. You get Florida State off to a great start and really tank. You get Penn State off to a great start and go so bad that they fire their coach. And then UCLA, who can't beat anybody, all of a sudden has a 3-game winning streak that includes Penn State. It's just been a really weird year in college football. But the way that teams have been unable to take just one loss has really been remarkable.
Jerry, go back to the SEC. Texas at Georgia, 10 versus 5. What do you make of that matchup?
Yeah, again, I like Georgia at home. Of course, they lost at home to Alabama. But still, Texas, they look like what we thought they would be their last time out. Arch Manning had a good game. The defense played well. That was the Texas we've expected to see all year. That's the Texas that's going to have to go to Georgia if they have any hope of winning in that building.
What did you make of Chris McIntosh, the athletic director at Wisconsin, coming out and saying we're keeping Luke Fickell, going to the players saying we're going to put more resources in this program, we are not making a change, when everybody else is just cutting bait right now?
I think it speaks to their ability to eat a coach's contract. He's only been there 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. So they probably can't afford to eat that contract and then pay somebody else probably even more to come in and try and turn that thing around. Luke Fickell's been a good coach, so I don't know what's going wrong at Wisconsin, but obviously it's not going well. So they're going to have to devote more resources, but devote them correctly, because you don't want to be in this position again next year where, it'll be cheaper to fire him, but you're a year further behind. It's weird to see Wisconsin struggle at football. It's been a long time. They used to be routinely horrible, and then Barry Alvarez comes along and changes everything. But now it's weird to see them, bad again. But it can happen so fast in college football anymore. Just your fortunes can change on a dime, and sometimes it's because you don't have enough dimes. But more often than not, it's because you've got them and spent them poorly.
And we've watched it insane this year. I mean, the way it's gone. I mean, whether it's Oklahoma State or Arkansas or LSU or Penn State. I mean, just boom like that.
Yeah. It's just been I mean, big time programs. Clemson, LSU, Penn State, just right in the tank. Almost right from the start. Not in Penn State's case for sure, but the complete collapses of some of these teams. And I had someone suggest to me that it was because these kids are. I don't necessarily agree with this, but kids are mercenaries. They come in, they're getting paid, and all of a sudden the job goes poorly, and they kind of mentally check out. I'm like, I don't know. You're a competitor. You're still a competitor.
And I hope you are. I hope you are. Hey, lastly, take a team 11 to 18, because I think Virginia played themselves out, and take Miami out of that because conference champions going to get in there. So 11-18 is like Oklahoma, BYU, Utah, Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, USC, Michigan. Best chance to find their way into the playoff. When you think schedule wise and what's in front of them, because I got ideas there, but I look at BYU and think, okay, I think they're going to get into the conference championship game and they got a shot, right? Does Vanderbilt have enough chaos happen in front of them if they can win out? Georgia Tech.
Yeah, if Vanderbilt gets to 10-2, I don't think, unless there's just way too many of them, I don't think 10-2 SEC teams are getting left out. And if they get to 10-2, then someone's going to have to suffer for it. They're not going to have 7 or 8 10-2 teams. I would say I guess I'm going to say I think probably.
Someone's going to get knocked out. If Texas loses this week, they're out.
I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Vanderbilt. They got to win at Tennessee.
Which is
but
doable.
I think they can do that. Tennessee is. I'm not sure I'm entirely buying Tennessee, and I think that Vanderbilt can make that run to 10-2 and find themselves in the field somewhere.
Yeah, Tennessee's got a tough one this week. New Mexico State's coming in. Look out.
Yep.
All right.
So don't overlook them.
Go to his
Diego
website.
Pavia is
Former
not
team.
the quarterback anymore. So
That spread's 39.5, by the way. 39.5. Yeah, you got to love SEC mid-November. All right, go to the website. It's palmbrackets.com. It's great content on there. It's got hoop stuff up there. It's got bowl projections. It's got just terrific content. Palmbrackets.com. Your social handles?
Was that JP Palm 85 on Twitter? Probably the best place to find me.
All right. It's a good follow. All right, enjoy the weekend. We will catch up with you next week. Thank you, Jerry.
All right, thanks.
Be well. Jerry Palm from Palm Brackets. It's a tough one, right? Because if you look at the standings, it's not going to stay this way. Someone's fallen out, right? People are going to lose. Texas could lose this weekend. If not, Georgia drops to 8-2, and what happens to them, right? Is Oregon going to win out? I mean, we didn't even talk about Oregon getting through Iowa. There's going to be chaos in front.
yeah, Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech, two teams I'm looking at.
Yeah, and Georgia Tech with their one loss, which was kind of a shocker of a one loss. All right, 505-246-0610. Lowell Basketball's Chris Howell coming up. He'll be with us at 9 o'clock on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit InternationalProtectiveService.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat.
Minute out of there. I mean, Fred had a complaint, a negative. It must have been really bad. Fred, you're on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Fred. How you doing?
That's funny. Hey, I know you talked a little bit about the women's basketball, but I tell you what, I mean, I've never seen this ever. I know the team's not a great team we played, but the pressing, the trapping offense, the first half, 17 turnovers, 13 steals. I've never, in all the years I've watched women's basketball, it's never happened. 5 3-pointers in the first quarter, shooting 70%. That Costia Antonio, she's really good. What an addition she is to the team. But if he can play like that, I know we got outscored in the second half. But, you know, with the big lead we had, and, you know, who knows. But anyway, sorry about my cough I have. But anyway, I just want to basically that's all I want to say. That if the ladies can play like this, we could have a great season. I'm just hoping we can, because I've never seen us play this well.
All right, and thanks, Fred. Take it with a grain of salt, right? I mean, you saw them, JJ. You saw them play Colorado, and you saw them play New Orleans. It does matter against whom you're playing.
Oh, absolutely. Yesterday was one of those games that should have been a double-digit victory. It ended up being a very large
99-65.
Now you get Test on the road, New Mexico State, and then next weekend after UT Martin, it's Texas Tech in the pit.
Yeah.
So, and it's the second of 5 Big 12 opponents that you want to try to see who you are against.
Yeah. So easy a little bit. I mean, yeah, it was nice to win and win big, and, you know, I don't have anybody saying we only won by 18. I mean, JJ only won by 34.
I know, only.
Yeah, no, Fred, I mean, good one. I just tap the brakes on the, you know, this is how we're going to look the rest of the season. I mean, the opponent had something to do with it. I asked Eric Olin, the men's coach, the other day, I mean, you know, was your defense really good, or is their offense really mediocre? And he says probably both. Talked to Chris Howell, Lobo basketball. He had a career high tying 15 in the win against UC Riverside the other night. Graduate student, well, redshirt senior, how about that? He'll be with us next. We'll talk Lobo hoops. They play the Aggies on Saturday. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM. An AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
And KNML, the sports animal. Now is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, a big weekend coming up for you of Lobo Athletics, and this is one of those I know you circle on the calendar. You got Lobo football on Saturday over on News Radio KKOB, 1 o'clock start, 12 o'clock pregame against Colorado State. Lobo men's basketball, it is the Rio Grande rivalry down at Las Cruces to play New Mexico State. 7 o'clock, 6:30 pregame over on News Radio KKB. And then the ladies play the Aggies on Sunday, 2 o'clock start. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Lobo basketball is off to a 3-0 start after an 82-68 victory over UC Riverside on Tuesday night. And they had 6 players in double figures, led by Chris Howell's career high tying 15 points. Chris Howell, Lobo senior, joins us this morning on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Chris. How you living?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Life's grooving, and appreciate you spending some time with us. Opening 3-game homestand, it feels like mission accomplished. You get 3 double-digit wins. You get pushed by UC Riverside. I thought you needed to get pushed a little bit. Team responded well, found a little offensive rhythm without your starting point guard, without a key ball handler. How do you feel as a team and individually after the first 3 games?
Yes, we feel great. Like you said, there was some key players that were out, especially this last game. We got challenged in a way that I feel like we really needed, as you also mentioned. But I wouldn't quite say mission accomplished. It's a long season. We try to take it game by game. But yeah, feeling good going into Las Cruces, the hospital environment that I've heard a lot about. I just can't wait to go out there and just lay it all out.
Yeah, and the context on mission accomplished was just for those first 3 games. I mean, it certainly
Gotcha.
not. Yeah. That was, what do you want to do in the first 3 games of the homestand as a brand new team, and that was my context on that. All right, so you go down there. I know Daniel was on the post game interview the other night. I know Daniel was giving you a little bit of pointers on it. You've probably heard from every ex-player you've talked to about it. Every one of you, it's brand new for this rivalry. For every fan, they've been dealing with it as long as they've been a fan. Does this game feel different just because everybody's telling you it's different?
I personally, myself, I've been a part of some pretty major rivalries. So as far as that aspect, I know what it takes to be in a big game. But like you were saying, it just feels a little different the way everybody explains this game, and I just can't wait to get out there and to experience it myself. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot more tension, I would say, in this rivalry compared to any I've been a part of so far. And yeah, I'm so thankful for everybody that's giving me all the advice going into this game.
Yeah, as far as basketball itself, I mean, do you guys know much about them? You've got 2 games on tape. They haven't played a Division I team yet. They played Adams State. They played New Mexico Highlands. Jamel Jones looks really athletic and looks good. They've got some players. But, I mean, when you look at them, what do you see as just X's and O's that you're up against?
X's and O's, we know that I think we go into every game. I know I go into every game, but as a staff, as a program, we go into every game respecting everybody but fearing nobody. So we're going into the game knowing that they have some great players. They have some solid things that they like to exploit on both ends, and obviously we're going to try to do whatever we can to take those away, take their strengths away, and do what we do best, which is guard, share the ball, get to the rim, get to the free throw line, and knock down some shots. So as far as X's and O's come, we're ready for it all. We got a great coaching staff led by an amazing guy, Coach Eric Olin, super high IQ guy. He'll get us ready for it.
Chris Howell joining us in the opening drive this morning. So, Chris, you're one of 5 siblings in the Howell household. What was it like growing up? And did you guys, you and your sisters and everything, were you competitive at everything? What was it like growing up?
Yeah, so, I have 5 siblings, 5 older siblings. I'm the youngest. I also have as of a couple years ago, I have a younger stepbrother. But, yeah, like you said, growing up is extremely competitive. Me being the youngest one often can be named the most spoiled one in the family. I like to make myself known any type of game, from Uno to whatever it is. I let my older brothers and my older sisters know every win I got, and they weren't holding back on me either. They made sure I knew and put me in my place a lot of the times.
Now, of course, your older brother Mikey, he played. Now he's coaching you. Your brother Jamal played football. So what was it? Did you guys just not like getting hit, and so you were playing basketball, and then your brother Jamal on the football field?
Funny thing. So growing up, my brother Mikey, he grew up playing soccer and basketball, and I actually grew up playing football and basketball. At one point, in a local little football club team, my older brother Jamal was one of my coaches, and funny enough, as much as Mikey didn't play football himself, he was kind of like my football trainer, elementary, middle school years, which is hilarious. But I love the contact. I love physicality. I actually love defense because when I was younger, I loved to hit people, which is actually hilarious.
Used the hell out of getting hit.
Yeah, you can kind of see it in my game now. I kind of get roughed up quite a bit because I feel like I often put myself in those type of positions to take on a lot of contact. But yeah, so it's funny. Yeah, growing up, Mikey, one thing he would never tell anybody is going into his 8th grade year, I believe, he made the junior Olympic team for the USA youth football soccer team. I almost said football. Soccer team, which he was pretty good, but just like myself, I just loved basketball so much more. He just loved basketball so much more himself, too. We both decided to choose basketball going into high school. So,
yeah, Lobo guard Chris Howell is with us on these Sports Animals. So what's that dynamic like having him as a coach, right? He's your brother. Does it change when you're at, and I say at work, when you're on the court, as opposed to when you're at the Thanksgiving table?
I think naturally, yes. A little bit to an extent of there's a lot more. I mean, during practices, he's out here on the court playing and competing with us when we need an extra guy. He's had a great career himself, still young himself, and so when he's competing, nothing changes. A lot of trash talking, not just with him and I, but with other guys too. The way I think he's a special guy. He's a special coach. He's a special character. But the way he kind of treats me and holds me to a higher standard is like obviously is that older brother figure for me. Is that same kind of mindset that he tries to have with all the guys. So all the guys see him as a big brother out here. So I think that dynamic helps a ton. The way he talks with me, jokes with me, coaches me is how he coaches all of us. So I think that in itself doesn't create any type of dynamic, but obviously naturally I remember last year he was a assistant coach at UC San Diego as well when we were both out there with Coach Eric Olin. When I first started coming around back in the summer of before last season, I called him coach for one time, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't feel right. And he was like, nobody calls me coach, so you're good. So
does everybody call him Mikey?
Yeah.
Nobody calls him coach?
Well, that was last year when a lot of returners, a lot of the guys only a few years older than a couple of the guys on that team last year. But this year, a lot of younger guys call him coach, and a good chunk still calls him Mikey. So it's kind of like I always explain it. He does a great job of being. I think every coaching staff kind of needs some sort of bridge between coaching staff and players. As great as guys of this coaching staff is, Coach Eric Olin, everybody's so easy to talk to, so easy to whatever you need in life, go to. They're always here for us, all of them. But he's like I said, he's like that big brother figure that everybody respects.
Well, and he balled. Chris
exactly.
Chris Howell's with us on the Sports Animal. His brother Mikey is an assistant coach, and Mikey was the starting point guard at UC San Diego for Eric Olin. I think he's still the leading assist leader in the history of that program up there. Like he set a standard for you.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly the standard he set at UC San Diego. Is kind of the standard he set, like for me, my entire life, growing up, watching him play, wanting to imitate how he can facilitate, how he can guard, how he can do and impact the game in so many ways, both on and off the court. Yeah, it's just that high standard he sets for me is, like I said, like all the guys see that, and he sets the same standards for all of us, and calls us higher, and just being able to pick his mind on a daily basis now, as not only my older brother, but as my coach, who's wanting to see not only me succeed, but as a team succeed, and then from there, when a team succeeds, individuals will succeed as well. So,
Chris Howell with us here on the opening drive. So this is your third stop in your college career. What was it about Coach Olin that you wanted, to take the chance, to leave UCSD, San Diego, of course, an area that you're comfortable with, to come to the University of New Mexico?
It's just the amount of trust that we have mutually back and forth. I think he's such a genuine, his character, both on the court and off the court. Always calling me higher. And like you said, when my brother Mikey played at UC San Diego, he actually played under Coach Eric Olin. And so just that trust and just how much he's taken care of just not myself, but my family. Coming out of high school, my brother Mikey actually tore his ACL going into his senior year of high school. He had a lot of just started kind of blowing up in all of that. The travel ball, high school ball, he was kind of a late bloomer, if you will. But when he got injured, essentially every school stepped back from him, kind of gave up on him. But Coach Eric Olin was the only one that really was like Mikey, like, we still want you. We know the type of player you are. You know the type of person you are. And he took a chance on Mikey during that time. And just seeing that love that he has for my family. And then when I transferred out of St. Mary's, called me minutes when I put my name in the transfer portal, and he was like, I'm all for you. Like, I'm still all for you. Like, same thing he kind of told my brother Mikey, he told myself. And just kind of that genuineness in him. And then obviously coming out here, it's such an amazing opportunity to play at such a high level, such an amazing school, playing in front of an amazing crowd. I think the school, the conference, the crowd, everything was almost an additional plus, because once Coach Olin was like, Chris, like, I still want you on my team. Like, I trust that guy with everything, and he's proven to trust me and my family as well. So it's just a different level of trust, I would say, I have with Coach Eric Olin.
Has and I know I asked you this at that thing we did, that living room thing we did at the Pit a few weeks back with some boosters. But has Albuquerque lived up to it? Has UNM lived up to what you thought it was? What surprised you? I mean, you've been here a few months now. You've played a few games. You've got in front of a Pit crowd and I don't think you all have seen a real Pit crowd yet, right? There's been some early season games, and it'll ramp up a little bit. But has it lived up to your expectations? What have you learned a little bit that maybe you didn't know?
I'm loving it. I absolutely enjoy everything about Albuquerque, about University of New Mexico, about the Pit. Like you said, I feel like it's the biggest consistent home crowd that I've ever been a part of. And like you were just saying, it feels like everybody keeps telling me, like, that's not even we haven't even been able to experience the Pit in its fullest. And so there's been moments in the game where, the fan gets going, and I could barely hear myself think, and I could do nothing but just smile and laugh, which I'm sure you can go back and see. In all 3 games, it's happened at least once where I can't hear myself think, but it's just a pure joy to be able to go out there and compete for Logo Nation.
You know, I use this term, and I use it, and I hope you're not offended by it. I'm a Southern California kid. I spent 8 years in San Diego, but you and Luke and guys from San Diego can fall into what I call geographical arrogance. Like, San Diego's great. Like people are, when I used to be at San Diego State, people used to say, yeah, whatever, but you live in Laramie. Yeah, but you beat us, but you live there. Right? And I get it, man. America's finest city. But there's an arrogance that people don't want to step outside of San Diego, and I get it. Did you guys have that at all? And I'm not mad at you, and I hope you're not offended by the term.
No, not offended at all. That's pretty spot on. I think my very initial thought was I just moved back to San Diego from St. Mary's up in the Bay Area. I wasn't expecting to leave anytime soon. But, yeah, I would say the hardest thing for me, there's no beaches out here.
Yeah. No, that's hard. It's hard. There's
an
airport.
Yeah, I practically lived at the beach. But like I said, I'm absolutely loving Albuquerque.
Jake doing okay with it? A Carlsbad kid, North County kid. He's okay. He doesn't get to the water enough.
Yeah, he seems good.
All right. A big one down at Cruces on Saturday. I'll see you down there. Safe travels. Really appreciate the conversation, Christian. Best of luck. Congratulations on the 3-0 start. Keep it rolling, and we'll do this again.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, be well. Chris Howell, Lobo guard, and I think the leader, and they took him to media day. Have you spent any time with him at all?
Not extended.
That's what you get, man. That's what you get.
Yeah, and I'm a huge Chris Howell fan, and you see it in his game. It's steady. It's the unk status into the way he plays, but it's physicality. It's the hustle that he brings. And yeah, he's of course you get a chance to be around him. We had a moment too when I had the opportunity to do the game with D. Ferris, and he was getting ready to check in. And you're just turning around and like mentioning some stuff to us. It's like, nah, this guy needs to slow down. This guy needs to do that. And he's just all about it.
Yeah, no, it's good. And it's funny when I drop that term geographical arrogance on San Diego guys, because they're like, no, we got it. I mean, but they never heard it, right? Because it's kind of my I think, not that I coined a phrase or anything, but
trademark.
But don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
and you get
it's one of the frustrating things. But in this, and you find like you beat the Aztecs, you're like, yeah, and what? And they're like, oh well, now I don't care because I'm going to the beach.
Yeah, like, I live in San Diego. Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. But this plays pretty damn good too. All right, we'll do Two Idiots, Too Many Teams coming up at 9:30. You got a chance to get in and respond to what you heard from Chris Howell on the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610 Sports Animal.
Kevin Harlan here from.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one cup.
Hyena's Comedy Nightclub.
All right, you can react to what you heard there. Got a text. Great kid, first class. Great to hear that you don't miss the beach and turning your head to all the gorgeous women when you're walking down the street. So according to Carl, everybody equals Craig Neal, or in his terms, Craig Reed. Today, Carly Nelson equals Craig Neal. Wasn't it yesterday? It was Eck, right? Oh, you were gone when I read that one, I think. Jeff, not sure these programs are in the same boat. Craig Neal took over a club with Sweet 16 and higher expectations. Women's soccer is 181 RPI. Is RPI still a thing, dude?
No.
Okay. Where does he get RPI numbers?
I'm sure there's rankings.
Does he make them up?
Maybe there's an RPI for soccer.
Okay. I don't know.
Which is possible. I mean, rankings are still a thing.
In the last few seasons, folks quit going to games. The program's really starting from scratch. So Carl, I guess, says they should have gone out of, not hired. Oh, he said it does not equal Carly Nelson. I missed the line going through the equal. So I guess he wanted to go elsewhere and start all over?
For more games that, others are not showing up to.
100%, man.
This huge talk of...
He ain't going.
Bring back soccer. And, they've had soccer the entire time. And if you were a fan and wanted to support something, you would have been going to the women's soccer games instead of just thumbing out stuff that you have no idea what you're talking about. But here we are.
Yeah. All right, I found this this morning. I found this interesting. So Sacramento State, which I don't understand. I honestly, in this latest Western United States realignment, they've been the most boggling program to me, don't you think? Because Sacramento State has made it clear they want to go FBS football, that they want to get out of the Big Sky, that they wanted to join the Pac, and the Pac did not invite them. The Mountain West invited UC Davis, which I keep forgetting the Mountain West invited UC Davis to the World next year. All right, Sacramento State poured money into the facility. So there's a report this morning that Sacramento State is going to put all their other sports in the Big West. That's Long Beach State, Cal Poly, Fullerton State, Cal State Northridge. But they don't play football. And the thought is they're going to go independent football. But there's a report this morning that says look out at the MAC as a possible landing spot for Sacramento State. Let me get this straight. Northern Illinois is going to play football in the Mountain West, and Sacramento State's going to join the MAC.
I think what it's telling you is there was a lot of hype and not a lot of belief around Sacramento State.
Yeah.
Like there was this, man, it's been like a year. It feels like there's this story out there like, oh, they have this giant NIL war chest and everyone's going to get involved. And yeah, you got Mike Bibby now, basketball, and they're going to take over. And it's like, well, people are not buying into that.
Yeah, I mean, they went out, they hired Marion, the offensive coordinator at UNLV, who was getting all that love. He's their football coach. Mike Bibby is their basketball coach. Shaquille O'Neal is their general manager for basketball. Right? They put resources in. That's what I don't understand. Like, something that we don't know is going on behind the scenes that nobody wants to touch Sacramento State, but yet, hey, but UC Davis is part of the Mountain West. By the way.
So are we going to have to go to UC Davis and Hawaii? Is that going to be the double? Or how's that going to work?
I mean, what makes you think they're going to go to travel parties? No, honestly. I mean, they don't have them now. Maybe they will. I mean, so you're going to UC Davis next year, and then you get to go to Hawaii. By the way, the two teams who are joining for football next year, Northern Illinois is 3-7. They're 10th place in the MAC. Northern Illinois played San Diego State this year, lost 6-3. They beat UMass last week 45-3, lost the week before to Toledo 42-3. So UMass is 3-7. UTEP is joining next year. UTEP is 2-7, 1-4 in Conference USA. Feel better about everything? Football-wise? I mean, if you like your chances to compete for a championship in a bowl game,
here we go.
I'm just, I don't know. Like I understand you need a team to survive. The UC Davis thing was the one that just, I still, and when I told you this, and maybe it works out great, maybe they're going to pour a ton of money in, and somehow this thing's going to get really, really good. But I sat at a table with some people who were in the room, and I'm like, okay, tell me what I don't understand. Like, I'm totally open. I want to understand. Tell me what I don't get about the UC Davis thing. Yeah, they had a lot of money. By the way, they're 2-0 in basketball right now. They're 2-1, sorry. They beat Menlo, and they beat North Dakota State and lost to Portland on the road, 67-63. They got Nevada and Colorado coming up, and Hawaii and Oregon, so you'll get an idea what UC Davis is like. Yeah. And then the Pac-12 today came out, and they announced another media rights deal. They've got a TV deal with USA Network, so they got CBS Sports, USA Network, and CW. All of their home games are going to be over national TV for football, like over-the-air TV. Well, not over-the-air, but cable or over-the-air. I mean, it's good for them.
Yes, it is. You want your product out there.
Yeah. So, look, man, as much as people say move on, these two leagues are going to always be tied to them, at least for the next 10, 15
Yes.
And there's going to be this back and forth. And it just, I opened up the app today and looked at it, and immediately it's, yeah, but what do you got? Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, but you got nothing. Like literally, people, it's the absolute truth of the experiment. What gets your emotions higher? Your pleasure or enjoying someone else's pain?
Enjoying someone else's pain.
100%. Do you get more enjoyment out of your success or somebody else getting kicked in the junk?
Shoot, right now it's just two chihuahuas yapping at each other.
I mean, literally, right? It 100% is that. And you're going, what the hell is going on? But that's what it is. All right, 505-246-0610. When we get back, we got two idiots, too many teams. We'll do some fantasy football stuff as you got to set your lineups for this weekend. If you got any questions, I got one on team names for you. There's a guy suggested team name if you're looking for one. I'll get that.
We'll put it on the list.
Yeah. Hey, you got any friends, maybe neighbors, who got a beautiful yard, front yard, backyard, get a little yard envy? Call LaBarge Landscape. They will take care of you like they took care of me. My yards look great. My front yard, my backyard. I spend way more time in my backyard now, like than I ever did. My grass was dying. My sprinklers weren't good. My thing. And you're like, why didn't we go out and do some yard work? I didn't have time. I've been traveling. LaBarge Landscape took care of it for me. I absolutely love my yard. I know you're thinking about a yard transformation, but you're thinking, it's fall. I'm going to wait till spring. Don't do that. Bad decision, because it's what everybody else thinks. And when you call in the spring, there's going to be a long list. By the time you get your project done, half of next summer is going to be over. Call LaBarge Landscape today. Get it done now, so when spring arrives, you don't have to wait. You can enjoy it. In fact, you can enjoy it all year long in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We got great weather. You know what you want? They're going to take care of it. They're going to make it happen for you. If you're not sure, you just know you want something, some sort of a transformation, a redesign, they'll send their design team out, and they will create the landscape of your dreams. You're going to get years of enjoyment from this landscape transformation. You will love it. Remember, the people who enjoy new landscapes in the spring, those are the people who call LaBarge Landscape now. And if you just want to clean up, like a leaf cleanup or pruning of the shrubs, LaBarge will take care of that as well. I'm thrilled I called them, and I know you will be as well. Go to their website, labargelandscape.net, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, labargelandscape.net. Bounce around the gallery, look at the beautiful projects they've done, and then call and make an appointment at 505-345-3000, 505-345-3000, whether your project is small or large. The answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
The Rio Rancho.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
Too many teams. Fantasy football stuff for you. You get set to make your lineups. Game tonight is the Jets and the Patriots. You got bye. Colts are on a bye this week. Got a bunch of teams on byes this week. Almost through with byes. Or at some point. Saints and Colts. Jeff Samieta, JJ Buck. All right, what are you looking at? Bye weeks. Let's start with muddled backfields. You want to do that?
Sure. I got a quick PSA.
Yeah, go.
I know it's either this week or maybe it just passed. Whatever. In your league, when it comes to trades, you can have crazy rules like Jeff Samieta's league, which it's not no sense, but hey, do what you can. You want to be a dictator in fantasy football, go for it. This week, it was quiet. And so Tuesday, I sent out a text message to the league, and I was like, bro, these are the players I'm willing to trade. And it wasn't, a bunch of my backups for a good player. Because the one thing in fantasy football is every single one of you overvalues every player on your team. Like I'm talking, I was offering Zay Flowers, James Cook, like good packages of players just to shake things up because I had some depth at wide receiver, but everyone just falls in love with their fantasy team, and they're like, oh, no, you're just trying to pull one over on me. Reach out to your league. It's okay to trade. It's fantasy football. You're not going to get fired. Might lose a couple shekels, but still have some fun. Make some trades. Let's go.
So put some names out there to make a trade is what you're saying. Don't just trade.
Don't just be like, oh, these guys have been sitting on my bench. Give me one of your starting wide receivers. Like, no. Like, you have to give up something to get something, but don't be that guy.
Here.
Because I'm in one of those leagues, and it's just awful offer after awful offer. I'm like, what are you guys doing, man? Like,
you mean this offer I woke up to this morning? Like I literally, you wake up, you look at your phone. What is it, Tez? What's the dude's name for Tampa Bay?
Tez Johnson.
He wanted to give me Tez Johnson and Wan'Dale Robinson for Tyler Warren, the tight end of the club. Like, yeah, no.
Like, I'm good.
No, I'm good, man. Like, no. Are you interested in this one? No.
Like, if those dudes can't get into your lineup, they're not going to be the core of a trade. Maybe one of those guys plus a starter of yours, if it made sense of, hey, I got 3 backs that I really like, but I want a wide receiver, so I'll trade this guy. Like, I traded James Cook in a deal for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah. Like, I had to give up a starter to get a starter.
Yes. Yeah, so I traded that guy a couple weeks ago.
Player, but then the dude's like, well, it's not going to go anywhere because
I don't need Jordan Love. I got Josh Allen.
Yeah,
that was that trade I told you we was going to make in the league. I got vetoed. He needed a receiver. I needed a quarterback. I needed a quarterback. It was Jordan Love for Jacoby Myers. All right, fair. Right? But vetoed. All right, backfield muddy. Like Monungai went in a couple weeks ago for the Bears. Looked really good. DeAndre Swift was out for a week. DeAndre Swift is questionable every week. What do you do in the backfield like that? Are you safe to play both of those guys? The other one's Algier and Bijan. Algier is a thief.
Yeah, Algier is one where if you need him, like put him in the lineup because he's scoring touchdowns. Manungai is someone that you keep on your roster.
He's getting goal lines.
In case of emergency, like there's a week coming up. I'm looking at week 14 on my team already, and it's like I don't have a true like RB3 where it's like, oh, this guy's a starter. No, I'm going to have to end up playing like Blake Corum or Manungai, something along those lines. If you're in that situation, those guys are valuable because he said it's going to be DeAndre Swift, but you're getting a goal line carry, you're getting some work in. You got to take chances.
Yeah. Quarterbacks, you were just saying something, and it's true. Stick with your studs. Josh Allen had a bad week. Josh Allen's Josh Allen. Like, you're like, I got the same exact thing in one team. I got Aaron Rodgers on my bench. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to eat this week. They're playing the freaking Bengals. You know why I think he's going to eat? Because everybody eats against the Bengals. Everybody. And I got Josh Allen, man. Just play your studs.
Yeah, especially at the quarterback position. You don't want to overthink it there. Like, it's easy to talk yourself into other matchups. Like, Josh Allen's struggling. Do you go with Aaron Rodgers? I think if you're in a situation where maybe you're a 500 team or it's just like, man, I got to throw something, like maybe I would at that point in time. But
I mean, how do you sit Josh Allen? Right? All right, this is from Tellus, fantasy team names. Jeff, today is the draft from my mid-season fantasy league. My owner name is Mel Sharples, and I'm calling my team Marcus Mediocre. Good. If JJ's still looking for a new team name, how about Bang for the Buck? Yeah, on the way. It's exactly that.
I was the Bauer Rangers this year.
Ooh, I see what you did. Yeah.
For the awesome 3 points Brock Bowers got me last week.
Yeah, but another dude, right? But that's quarterback play, man.
That is. And they were playing the Broncos, so the ceiling was much, much lower.
All right, so are you benching studs against like that? That's a really good one. So they're playing the Broncos. Am I benching a stud tight end? Like I got Cade Otton. I'm gonna play. Like, what are you doing there? Like, you still play your studs, don't you?
Yeah, you play your studs regardless. You can mess around with your wide receiver 3 or flex player looking for matchups.
Yeah. All right, good luck this week. We'll start with the Jets and the Patriots tonight. You like Stephon Diggs tonight?
I do. I think Stephon Diggs can eat. I'd be a little more hesitant on, say, like Mac Hollins or Hunter Henry because I just feel like the Patriots could just control this game and Trayvon Henderson goes bonkers again. But when you look at these big matchups, if you're favored and to cover, you're going to have to get the points in. So don't be scared to play like a Hollins or Hunter Henry if you have him in your line.
Right. We're wrapping when we get back. I got some interesting stuff for you on the email and the text line. It's the opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you
the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. The official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell. The question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Football tonight, Jets in New England. Have your coverage here at 5:30 here on the Sports Animal. A.J. Brown has been vocal. He wants the ball more, even though his team's winning. Steph Curry scored 46. Shut down the triple-double by Wemby. Warriors beat the Spurs 125-120 yesterday. Jokic 55, and the Nuggets win over the Clippers. Bradley Beal out for the season. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Fox. Lobo Hobo just sent me an email. Were you here yesterday when I went off on my rant about people masquerading as Lobo fans?
Yes, I did catch a front end of that. Was listening to some of the conversation after on my way to the pit.
What'd you think of that?
I think it goes to what we were discussing, and I've come to learn is people enjoy failure of their own team and other teams more than they enjoy winning, because it's always quiet when there's a victory, or if there's a loss, then there's a ton of reaction, which is fair. You want to call things out. You want to ask why this or that happened. But I think that just being a fan, you are just a part of so many losses, because we're trained. You either win a championship or you had an awful season. Like, there's like no in between it.
Yeah. I mean, good is never good enough. You got to be elite. Lobo Hobo said Eck is so far gone, Jeffy. So far gone. And what you just read is exactly why Is he dying to stay here instead of playing the Aztecs and Boise State, like 3-7 Northern Illinois and 2-7 UTEP? And that was Richard Pitino's issue. He wanted to be out, and I'm not mad at him for it. I get it. He wanted to be gone before the Mountain West lost Boise State, San Diego State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Utah State. Eck yesterday on a podcast with John Canzano said, I look at this and I said, we got opportunity to win a conference, and is maybe, and he didn't say this, but there might even be a path if you are a conference champion to get in the college football playoff. And you laugh, right? Jeff, you win this crappy league, you're not getting. Well, hear me. Let's say you go 11-1 next year, and who's the best team? And we have no idea because we don't know what the teams are coming back. But you look at the teams who are staying in the Mountain West. You beat UNLV, didn't you? Right? I mean, can you make an argument New Mexico's the best team this year? Them in Hawaii and UNLV. And that's teams in third, fourth, fifth place right now in this league. So if you win your league and let's say you lose your bag game, where they play Oklahoma next year? So they lose at Oklahoma, win everything else? Depending on what happens elsewhere. Are you in contention? He thinks you can win your league. Look, is he gone? And who sent me that email? That was Lobo Hobo. Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know that it's as cut and dry as that. I mean, eventually it is. My point on this was, damn, dude, this is what's coming in. Like, how this league's got a lot of work to do. Because the teams who are down, Nevada, I think Air Force is going to be fine. San Jose State's the one that stuns me this year. I think Wyoming's always going to be what Wyoming is, 7, 8, between 5 and 8 wins, right? Wyoming's always solid defensively, struggle offensively, quarterback gets hurt. UNLV feels like that program's on the rise. Hawaii's killing it right now at 7-3. New Mexico feels like they're on the rise. It's incumbent upon Northern Illinois and UTEP to get better, isn't it?
It is. And the pressure is on these teams and this conference to try to build something. What are you going to be in the Mountain West moving forward on the football side? What is success going to look like? And so there's a lot of pressure, and there are some drawbacks, and that's understandable. I think even the fans of the teams that are staying around know that some of the challenges ahead for both football and basketball across the board. But I'm so done with that comment. X on his way out. What, have you never watched sports in your life? What coach stays somewhere for 70 years?
Dude, there's
that's
coaches
part of the process, man. Like, why is that such a thing? Like, yes, guess what? You might be used for a different opportunity. Get in line. That's athletics. That's sport.
SEC teams are stepping stones. You know who's number 7 in the
But
college?
people throw that out there as, I can't support this. Person's going to leave. Well, why are you listening to Sports Talk Radio? What do you think we've been doing for hundreds of years in sport?
Who's number
Players,
7?
coaches, they come and go.
Who's 7th in the college football playoff rankings? You know? SEC team.
The Ole Miss?
Yeah. Ole Miss fan right now is like, damn, we're losing our coach. Who's going to get plucked? We're a stepping stone for LSU or Florida.
It's part of what sports is.
Right? Indiana hasn't been that, but they had to re-sign their guy. A&M right now, they're going, damn, our coach is really good. His name, Elko's name's everywhere for these big jobs. We're going to lose we're number 3 in the college football playoff. Are we going to lose our coach? Is he going to get plucked? It's just reality, man. Now, it's different levels. But you're right. And like I said many, many times, and if this evolution of college athletics you don't like it, you don't have to. But then college athletics isn't for you anymore. It just isn't. Is Eck gone? Maybe, man. But if that's how you're going to live your life every day, he's gone. Every piece of news, everything you hear, the league's going. There's no news there. Everybody knows the league is not going to be better next year than it is this year. There's no masquerading that, is there? There's no paint that goes on that or lipstick that you're going to. Like, is there anybody in the league office that's painting to me right now, hey, this league's more competitive next year than it is now? They're not, are they? Nobody is, right? Even the league office. Like, when BYU left, you can't tell me your league's better because BYU's left. Now, will the league go on? Will it live? Yeah, I believe that. Will you be okay? Yeah, you're going to be fine. But there's no argument, right? I mean, if you're sitting in the league office PR, you tell me the Mountain West is better next year than it is this year?
No. You can't say that.
Mike says, if you remember, Jeff Lou, pre-Sonny Lubick, Colorado State used to be this bad. Many years, I don't remember. It was them and Mike Shepard's Lobo football team battling for the bottom of the WAC. Nope, I don't remember that. But if you tell me so, it must be true. Thank you to Chris Howell. Lobo Guard was with us today. Really, really good conversation. If you missed it, it'll be up on our website or wherever you get your web or your podcast. Go to sportsanalabq.com. Click on the opening drive. It'll be there for you. Thank you to Jerry Palm as well. Tomorrow, Jason Hooten, New Mexico State's basketball coach. His Lobos and Aggies get set to play on Friday. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. Jim Rome Show is after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas comes in at 4 o'clock. Then we get NFL football, New England and the Jets. We're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. Adrian, great work on the TV side. It looks great as it always does. He is J.J. Buck. I am merely Jeff Symbieta. A big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Network.